What's up, guys? So we're going into another Gorgon game, and we're up against this team that I've played a couple of times already tonight. I had one game in between where I played Wraith on Broken Hill Mine that wasn't this team. Looks like they subbed out a couple of people though. They had one bronze with them, and now they have a silver master in replace. So this is going to be probably even harder of a game. But those are always the most fun. You learn when you lose most of the time. I've only gotten a handful of good solid games against like high silver with Gorgon, so it's always good. To get a bit more practice. We're taking a little while to lock in. I probably should have started the recording a bit later on. Usually I do it in the loading screen, but Tech Sergeant Hank, Rogue Val, Wasteland Maggie, and Hyde. I haven't played a whole lot against Tech Sergeant Hank, hardly at all actually, and I really don't know how to handle him. Alright, Swan Rendering Plant. Not finding a whole lot of food. That Reaver actually hit me for a decent amount of health damage too. I can't actually remember if my Kraken game this week was against this team or not. I know my Goliath, and I had, I think, one other Gorgon game already against this team, and I know I won those ones, but I didn't win it against the Silver Master support. Support is almost like the most vital on the team. A really solid support makes it hard for the monster. I think it was Kraken. That I played against this team, because I think I was up against the Tech Sergeant Hank on that game as well. So I'm gonna purposely show birds, because I'm close to evolving and I want them to hit me at this cave, if I can get them to. They might be smarter than that. It's the biggest difference I see between really solid teams and other ones is they know where to not dome. Because if they dome me here, I can mitigate almost all of the damage. So they all have shields. Actually, he hasn't shielded Assault, it looks like. That's one good thing, is like, you can just look for the person who isn't shielded, and that's Hank. Yeah, it looks like they've left Trapper somewhere back over in here. I'm gonna get domed. A not so great location. So that's exactly how you're supposed to do it. Force the monster out of hiding. And then trap them. It's not terrible, because there is a little bit of line of sighting that I can do, but there's no good loops. So not ideal. I'll probably take a bit of damage here. They have like all the variations this game. I'm gonna be able to eat, that's really helpful. I got at least 2 bars from that. Yeah, this fight's not going too bad for me. Alright, that's good. He should have put down that orbital way quicker. So yeah, if it was their team that played the Kraken game, I'm 2-1 against them. So they have Nomad. Just gonna make it a little bit harder on me. That's nice. That was Maggie that just grabbed. I could tell by the sound. That's gonna delay them a bit. I jumped over them there because I knew they didn't have dome available yet. And I didn't want to get stuck on that side of the map. Like, their dome was probably 15 seconds from being off cooldown. The traps are going off. Just doing good. Alright, that was a good cut by them. He got in front of me. So they did a 2-2 split there. I noticed which ones the trapper was, which obviously is the one in back. I'll put a little bit of pressure on them here. They actually got a decent dome. It was a little quicker than I expected, but I'll see if I can get through this nice. I don't know where that big chunk of damage came from, but I guess it was just a web and acid hitting at the same time. Oh, the stupid orbital though. I'm taking a lot of damage. Harpooned. That was really good for them. This went from a really good start to a fight to a really bad fight for me. I didn't notice the harpoon because all I saw was the orbital, and I was trying to move out of it, and I didn't know why. It took me way too long to realize that. Those harpoons are really annoying. Like, it's only one that she can have out, but it gets me every time. So, I'm really far behind now. They did really good that fight. I should be able to at least get to stage 3. I do wish there was like more teams that played together, because it's so different from playing against pubs. Even like a full silver team of pubs, it's a completely different game when you're playing against a coordinated team that's actually talking through voice and stuff. It's so different. They have Mega Mouth. They might actually have a dome up. I think they got it when I was evolving. I didn't notice it during the fight, but they may have had it. That was pretty scary. Like, that was pretty risky on my... Look they threw the dome. They just got it up. I see it on my minimap, and they actually thought I was in. It was really close. That's how risky that was. That was crazy. I would have died 100% right there. Like, I have a very small chance of winning this at this point, because I'm working with such low health, but I would have been like 100% dead if they hit that dome. That wasn't even a judgment call on my part, I'm gonna be honest with you. There was no way that I knew that their dome was coming up within that short of a period of time. I didn't know they had Mega Mouth. That stupid Armadon. Oh man, this is gonna be such a hard fight. I know they have dome on cooldown, so I can try to do a little something, and if I don't make anything happen, then I can just leave. Because I know they just threw it. So yeah, I'll just get out of here now. So my one strike is on Medic, which is a good strike, but I probably still have to go through Hank to be able to kill anything. This is all bad. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure they had Dome off cooldown there, and they were just being greedy. I didn't take a whole lot of damage for it. If they would have been able to dome me there, it would have been game over. I didn't get a whole lot done. I almost killed Rogue Vale, and that's why I committed on her, is because I had her low enough, and I forced out her heal burst. What I probably should have done is, as soon as I forced out her heal burst, went on Hank, but I don't know, I always get caught when I'm up against Tech Sergeant Hank, where I don't go after him, because I think that his shield's just weak enough to burn through, and I don't think it is. I feel like it has to be, or else he's just better than Hank. Because his orbital is puts on a lot more pressure. I guess regular Hank's orbital can do a lot more damage if you hit it, but it's a lot easier to deal the damage with it elsewhere. So they're losing their Mega Mouth now. One of these times they're gonna have to dome me. I'm surprised they haven't. I'm not doing particularly well. And I got a nice wall pounce, but it's on assault. I'll probably die here. I'm still testing my boundaries against Tech Sergeant Hank. Can I force this out? Oh, and she got her heal burst up again. I probably could have gotten that down penalty. I don't know, I think it is doable. I hope I get a couple more games against these guys. It's a really good practice. I'm dead, but I'm gonna see if I can get one more fight. Wait, am I actually gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Surprising with the Rogue Val and heal burn damage from Hyde that I made it through that. I'm getting better at wall pouncing. I'm kind of leading myself up to that title update that might fix the bug with wall pounces, and if it does, then I can really try to put all my focus in doing that more. It's like having a fifth ability with the burst you can get from it. Alright, we'll get one more fight, but I'm pretty sure I'm dead. I'm gonna chalk this game up to dying at my second dome when I had that Harpoon plus orbital. Although I probably had a small chance to win at that point, I think I was pretty dead. I mean, it was probably like a 30-35% chance of winning it. If I think I still have to go after Hank. What? Tech Sergeant Hank when I'm up against it. I just think you have to. Shields are just so strong. It lets the medic get back to a heal burst. Like, it is a weaker shield, but I think it's just strong enough that if your team is good enough at dodging attacks, I think if I hit everything on her, she would go down, but it's hard to do against good hunters. That nabbed someone. It didn't. That damage from that orbital. And then the Harpoon stopped my pounce. There's the dome. I don't think we got this one. Pretty sure I'm 2-2 against this team, so hopefully I'll get at least one more game, and we'll have a tiebreaker. I'm just stalling at this point. I'm gonna let them kill me now. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.